Welcome to Sabor Astrology with T and Shay, a podcast for the soul. Today we'll be talking about the current cosmic energies, and without further ado, I would love to pass la taza to T for the transits of this week. Welcome, T.
Thank you, Shay. Welcome, everybody. It's good to have you here again. A new week to talk about. This week, we're going to be talking about transits from August 23rd to August 29th. So the first one I want to say is happy birthday, Virgo. Happy birthday to all you Virgos, all you virgins, right? And Sun enters Virgo on the 23rd. And so let's talk a little bit about you in front of your backs, right? Not behind your backs. You're very service oriented. You're constantly working on self-improvement. You're smart. You're detailed. You have so many creative endeavors that you're involved in. Also, you are analytical and you use your power of discrimination. Mostly you're humble. Sometimes you don't get the recognition you deserve because of that humility. So maybe that's something that you want to work on. It's like, working, so hard and not letting people like constantly bombard you with things that they want you to do. Maybe you can look at that and see where you want to put your energy into creating, which is just your gift, Some questions for Virgos who are being too overly detailed. You don't know when to put the project down. Put the project down every once in a while. Get a rest. I'm going to say watch TV because that's my favorite thing. Watch TV. I doubt it because I see you on to the next thing. So you're relentless in your drive, and sometimes I don't know, maybe you can actually be neglectful to your health because you're so relentless in getting what you want to get done. So make sure to take care of your health because Virgo is also about the health. It's about being detail oriented in in what you're doing in terms of your quality of life, your jobs, your team members, all of that stuff. So be discerning. Be discerning. Where do you want to put that energy? And sometimes the other thing too, caution Virgo, is that you would like other people to be as precision driven as you are. Not all of us are like that. Some of us, we have other gifts, right? We may like to bask in the sun a little bit more often. So like allow other people to do their things and do yours. So again, happy birthday, Virgo.
Yes, happy birthday, Virgos. With this Virgo season, I wanted to talk about zodiacal correspondence to the season, which is in the tarot is key or card number 9, which is the Hermit. And we spoke about the Hermit last week about his Hermit 2 personality, which is an archetype that we spoke about respect and wisdom. So you have that. And T mentioned you have that creativity because you have all this beautiful wisdom within yourself. During the season, we're entering a time of traveling through the darkness, right? But we do have our lantern. If you take a look at the Hermit, he carries this lantern in which he is traveling with and illuminating everyone's path, not just his, but the person behind him, in front of him, and on the sides. And within that lantern, he carries the 6 ray star, which is in Hermetic philosophy, the representation of as above, so below, so within, so without. And he wants us to go through this Virgo season as a way to reconnect to the soul. It's like almost like we're traveling to connect to the inner world, connecting the higher self and the lower self, and also rectifying ourselves, finding balance, right? Balance in your work life versus your creative life, in your personal life, and having those balances within. And it's truly connecting us to the service of the greater good. So for all of us to enjoy Virgo, make sure to take some time to rest, create, and also to be in respite during this time, as well as because we're going to have the Mercury retrograde coming up as well on the same day. So just take this time to rest into it.
Yeah, that's such a great telling regarding rest, because sixes opposes 12, and the 12th house is about respite, is about going to a spa, is about letting that hidden part of your life take precedence over the that outside everyday routine daily. So use this time as a time of healing for yourself. So that's such a great so wonderful when you put it all together, isn't it? I'm just so like always enamored with astrology. So then we're going to talk now about Mercury being in retrograde, which is August 23rd. 3-4 times a year we talk about Mercury's in retrograde again. How's that affecting me? Oh no, everybody groans, right? Mercury's in retrograde. So we know we can have, our internet is going to be a major pain in the neck. We know that our printers aren't going to work. We know that we may miss an important line in a contract that we're intent on signing. And we never suggest that you stop living when Mercury's in retrograde. So, all of these things can be done, but it's a perfect time to go over, to re-edit, to make sure that you've tried to print that document 2 days before the happening of the meeting, so that it's not like 5 minutes before and then you realize, oh my goodness, I've run out of printer ink. It's like, you don't have to go through that. I think that by just being aware of what's going on, it's like the universe was saying, slow and steady wins the race, slow and steady wins the race. And the other thing is that this is, while Virgo is in season, right? We're in Virgo season, and Virgo does that. Virgo is very detail oriented. So, that saying, easy does it, but do it, can help you in good stead during this Mercury in retrograde season. Some of us, may have been already feeling it. I already feel like Mercury in retrograde has started for me a long time ago, right? But it depends on what our personal aspects are, what our personal transits are happening right now. So we just give you a generalized version of what's going on, and then you can always tailor it to your own signs, your own houses, your own happenings in astrology.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Noticing that it's challenging when Mercury's in retrograde, like T mentioned, we don't need to stop. A suggestion I recommend during this time is to practice breath work when it gets too overwhelming, like writing, breath work, anything that has to do with the element of air, because Mercury again is connected to air, and Virgo is ruled by Mercury. So it's all this airy stuff, all this planifications and all these things that might be in the head. Use breath work. Do some movement with your body, whether it's like yoga, sauna, whatever it is to keep you healthy, because we spoke a little bit about the 6 and the 12, right? 6 being opposite of 12. The 6 is like the mind, the health of the mind, and the 12 is the health of the spirit. During a Mercury retrograde, it's important to breathe, to take care of the mind. And when we take care of the mind, we're taking care of the spirit as well. So there's going to be room for us to make improvements to any of our plans that we have, and be open to that flexibility. It doesn't have to be rigid. Remember, your plan doesn't have to be set in stone. It can change, and it will. But it's about replanning, improving, and moving forward during this Mercury retrograde, and work through what makes you feel grounded during this time.
So the next transit is Sun in Virgo opposes Saturn in Pisces, Sunday the 27th to Tuesday the 29th. This is a period of time where you might feel restricted. You might have difficulty communicating with others. You might feel like others are putting limits on you. They may be limit setting. You may be feeling increasingly alienated. This could be a time when you're not really seeing things for what they are. These are your beliefs. This is your perception. The universe is much bigger than you. This transit only lasts a couple of days, so go with it. It's okay to sit. Again, we've already talked about that, right? Sitting, not pushing yourself too much. It's a time where we can be, and we don't have to just do. We are worthy if we just sit there for the afternoon. I'm always suggesting that, right? Like just like kind of, because I think my personality is the opposite. I'm constantly doing, right? So that I really understand this about just like taking time out to not being in the action phase all the time. Don't let your negative thinking tell you that you have to be in the action phase. It's a good time to meditate by the sea, right? Allow Yamaya, allow the goddess of the oceans, of the deep waters, to cleanse you of whatever negative thinking you're having, to help you to stay grounded, to help you to stay positive. She listens to your secrets. The water, the goddess, the ocean, the mother, she listens to your secrets and she can help you to make clear those delusions that might be in your thinking, right? That negative thinking. So yeah, that's what's coming to me. You may not experience it. You may just go and have a great day by the beach. You may, bring your children to the beach and have a picnic. You might go there with your love, and you might walk on the boardwalk. Those are all things that are worthy of doing, of experiencing, and are just so for you.
That's so beautiful, being by the beach as a Pisces. Don't tell me that, because I would want to spend so much time in the beach. During this time, to add a little bit more spice, more sauce here with this flavorful transit, that could be a little bit challenging, like T mentioned. I would say surrender the ego, connect more to your spirituality, connect more to maybe a book that you have that's about self-help or spirituality practices to ground you during this transit. Avoid any strain, like avoid overdoing anything at this moment. It's like you shouldn't have to overwork yourself to the point of burnout. I'm getting here, hydrate, take care of your body by taking your daily vitamins, and spend time in the sun if possible. If you have that time, there's a big focus here with awareness and kindness to the body. So use this time to ground your energies by being more present in the body. Like T mentioned, going by the beach or spending time under the sun, taking walks can help during this time.
Right. So now we're coming to Venus is in Leo, squaring Jupiter in Taurus, Tuesday the 22nd to Friday the 25th. And yeah, we've talked about this before, because remember, Venus is in retrograde, so she's just retreading. She's just going back and she's reminding you of the things that that need to be done, the things that need to be attended to, that are for your good, for your happiness, for your well-being, for the beauty in your life. Venus in Leo is warm, dramatic. It could be a prideful energy. And just, this goes along with what Shay was talking about, like, leaving your ego behind. Put the ego aside for the day and see how that works, right? There could be a lot of want, a lot of attention, a lot of want of material possessions, luxuries. Do we need them? Maybe, or maybe we don't need them. So think about that, because a Jupiter in Taurus could bring the extreme, right? Because Taurus is about the material. Taurus is about things, possessions, right? So you get them all together there, and you can have a room full of stuff. Do you need it, right? There could be a tendency to eat rich foods, drink. Check on that. Check on your account, right? Not only check on your financial account, but check on your account. Make those checks. Scan your body, scan what it is that you're needing, scan your refrigerator. Maybe you need some more vegetables and less whatever it is that's in there. So it's a good time to scan for stuff. You don't have to leave yourself short in terms of buying things. If you have it, buy it. It's a good time to go forward. If you have the finances for it, double check your numbers, especially with Mercury and retrograde. You want to double check your numbers. So don't do what I do all the time. I think, okay, I have this amount of money in my checking account. whoa, no, I better go and look at my checking account because I usually forget that I've bought certain things, right? Being a Taurian, right? Total Venusian delusion that I live, right? So I have to check my numbers to make sure that I've got it to spend. And then if I've got it to spend, I feel better about myself, right? I can just bring the item home and I don't have to worry about being short at the end of the month and saying, oh my goodness, my maintenance is due, but I haven't, I used it because that picture was really nice and I like it hanging on my wall. So that's those are my words about Venus in Leo squaring Jupiter in Taurus.
I love that. Weighing the options here with this transit, being mindful also in regards to the body when we're consuming, for us not to base any negative emotions or any emotions that are not that are of lower vibration to eating. So meaning emotional eating. So being mindful of balancing that out. I mean, it's great. Comfort food is awesome. We should feel comfortable, but when there is a pull to the refrigerator, when there's an emotional breakdown, emotional situation, look at that pattern during this transit and just modify it. Still eat because we got to nourish the mind, the body, and the spirit, but have balance there because with Venus and Leo retrograde, especially, there's things that emotionally we might start to doubt or feel that we lack in. So it's important to refrain from emotional eating and find more balance in that in the way we're nurturing.
Perfect. Yeah, that emotional eating, right? It's like eating in as a Taurus. It's just like going shopping and there's no money in the I can certainly go down that rabbit hole, but this isn't all about me, right?
I mean, I have a Taurus moon, so I
You
love
know what
food.
it is, right? I mean, food
Yeah.
is good. We love food. We love food. There's nothing wrong with loving food, but food is one thing. Emotional eating is a totally different thing. We could spend a whole podcast on that, right? On emotional eating and what to do, not, like what are the tricks, like how not to do that, how to nurture yourself and take care of yourself so that you don't have to emotionally eat or you don't have to buy things to make yourself feel better. This is totally Venusian, right? Totally. All right. So Mars in Virgo trines Pluto in Capricorn. So, and that's going to be Wednesday the 23rd to Saturday the 26th. And this is a great opportunity. It's the one you've been waiting for. Society and the world around you has been waiting for. Use this as a time to create positive change in your life. Pluto in Capricorn, make sure that the plans and the actions you take are for the greater good for yourself and for the people around you. This transit with both Capricorn and Virgo are perfect for execution, for executed action, right? So you want to plan for it. So when you strike, it's going to go well. Remember that Mercury is in retrograde, and so being methodical, taking care with the details, that'll make this time of manifestation, transformation, of creation. It can make it a more serene and a positive experience, okay? Because these are heavy duty Mars, Pluto, Virgo, Capricorn. I'm hearing relentless, warrior energy, relentless. Again, here I go again. Take a step back and let it be beautiful.
Absolutely love that. Yeah, it's all earth energies. So it's all like grounding, it's all like the physical, what's physically around us. In this transit, get creative and detail about the ambitions that are laying afloat in your life. Remember, be flexible as well because Mercury is in retrograde. So be flexible about your own flexibility. It's like almost like you're just flowing with it here. A part of us will be shedding and a part of us will be rebuilding. So we're shedding something off our shoulders and we're rebuilding. So this is part of the big ambition and goals that are in play for us to not only do for ourselves, but for the higher good for the world. Actually, just to go back a little bit, for the new moon, I did some card pulls, and I got some energies and a message around how collectively we might be feeling like all our efforts or the work that we're doing, because we don't see results right away, might not be successful. But I'm getting the opposite of that. I'm seeing for us to keep working at it, to give it a second chance. And this transit is perfect for that. Give your plans, give your goals and your ambition a second try. Doesn't mean because it didn't work out the first time that it won't work out the second time. So just push yourself as best as you can to catapult, to even replan and revamp that big goal or ambition you have in your mind. Okay, and everything will be good and well.
I'm taking that. I'm going to write that down for myself. I like that. So next one, the last one we're going to discuss today is Mars in Virgo opposes Neptune in Pisces, and that's Monday the 21st, actually starting before this podcast, and it's going to Thursday the 24th of the month. So my thinking is you can climb into bed, you can pull the blankets up to your neck, maybe stream some good crime dramas, or watch like Finding Nemo on loop, right? With Neptune and Pisces. Only you can determine that you're not going to be debilitated by a potentially challenging transit. Communicate with your partner, communicate with the people around you about if this is a difficult time for yourself. Sometimes these things just happen. Let it go. Let the universes take over for you if this is what happens for you. Be prepared to be a little frustrated. Dangle your legs, on the porch swing or next to a lake. Build a small fire if you can. Try to be in the elements. Try to be in the elements. Smudge yourself with sage, cedar. This period will pass. It may be a little bit difficult, and it's interesting because the opposition, right? You see the two little circles with the stick in between holding them, and for me that's like little weights, right? So it's like helping us to like get stronger. Every time we get a challenge, we get stronger because we're pushing those weights, right? And that's what opposition is. It's there for us. It's a challenge for us. Without the dark we don't see the light. Without the light we don't see the dark. So that's my message for you regarding this transit.
I love that. There has to always be that combination, that connection between the light and the dark to help us grow. Again, I'm receiving a message about the body, like all these transit, because it's so, and all these earth signs, for us to take care during this transit of our digestive system. Virgo is ruled by the digestive system. So the stomach, the abdomen, the way the food that we eat, the process of that, getting to our bellies, all of that, us being more aware of it and caring for it. It's a rather challenging aspect. It can also, just to talk about in the physical realm, how it can possibly manifest in the body is through fever. So making sure that you're not overworking yourself right now, so your health is optimal. Taking rest, taking respite, like T mentioned, go under your covers, watch Netflix or HBO, whatever it is. Drink some teas. I'm getting for us to bathe in with rue, like do a rue RUE bath, and just wash away any sickness. You could do basil as well, and then just do a wash to wash away any impurities from your body. Though it's a challenging aspect, there's a benefit to it. So taking care of the body, and not overworking yourself. So this could be a little break in between everything else that we're doing in the world.
It's great. I love the idea with the herbal bath. The thought that I got with that is that because Neptune is in Pisces, and I'm thinking again ocean, and I'm thinking Yemaya, and her she just called it a weed. Her herb is spearmint. So take that rue bath and then follow it up with a quick spearmint splash. See what that's like for yourself to, get the sweetness, bring the sweetness in that you so deserve. I mean, the waters are, the ocean waters are salty, And, she can help you with the tears. And it's funny because she's coming up again right now, that energy of the wisdom of the wise woman, of having herbal baths, and finish it off with some sweetness. What is it that you want to bring to yourself, right? So as you're scrubbing yourself with the herbs, with the spearmint, think about that. What is it that I want? What is it that I want? What is it that is most healthful for me? What is it that is most helpful for my environment, for what I'm bringing into the world and what I'm allowing into my world? And then, as that water goes down and back into the ocean, she's going to hear you. She's going to hear you as it goes down the tub tube. All right. That's it. That's it for
Love
me.
it. I love it. I can just imagine that. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Prayer, everything is prayer. It's not like you have to sit there and say your prayers. That works. I love it. But everything can be prayer. You can be the prayer. You are the prayer. We are the prayer.
Absolutely. And, even though these transits are challenging, pray. Keep your head leveled and just practice patience here and kindness and love and light. Okay, for everyone. That's something that's coming through. And ease, definitely.
So one thing I'd like to introduce to everybody is that we've had a lot of fun doing a podcast on the chart for none other than Walter Mercado. And we are going to do that and have it for you tomorrow. Just enjoy. It's going to be part one. There's so much to know about this fascinating person who gifted us with his mystical energy, his radiation of love and compassion, and what he shared with the world. So we're going to do that. So I just wanted to let you all know, and I hope you all check it out. If you like what you're seeing, share, subscribe, and keep coming back.
Con mucho sabor.
Bye.
Thank you everyone for tuning in to Sabor Astrology with T and Shay. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and we will see you on the next one.